I kind of like, it's my slight side addiction.
Oh, do you review stuff on Google Maps a lot?
I think I have 30 followers on Google Reviews.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So you're kind of famous.
I mean, I'm low-key. I'm like level 6. So
Okay, nice.
there's some level 7s and 8s out there that are still ahead of me, but
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. I haven't done too many reviews myself, but how about you, Corey?
Don't start.
Yeah. Is it a deep, dark thing
It's
to go
dark.
down? Yeah.
But like the more you go, the more you have to do it. And
Yeah.
then you can see how many views your photos get.
Ooh, so it's kind of like another form of social media that just drags
My
you
one
in.
photo is almost at 1 million views
Wait, really?
of this mini golf place.
That's sick. That's actually awesome. That's
Imagine
crazy.
if you got paid to put like a little sponsor in the corner of the photo.
That would actually be awesome, dude. You should try to monetize that.
Somehow that'd be
You gotta
kinda
make
cool.
some money. You gotta make some cash. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the TC Plus show. We are on episode maybe 7. I don't remember. We have another guest on. His name is Dallas Penner.
It's an honor to be here. Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. And before we even get started with the whole other thing, today was the day of the eclipse, which I didn't care at all about. But you went to go visit with a whole bunch of school students. How was that?
It was an incredible experience. I mean, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it was well worth the hour and 45 minutes that it took of driving. Just like the fact that in the middle of the day, things just got dark and it got cold, and made for some pretty incredible photos.
Yeah, you showed me one of those photos. It was a banger. It was a banger.
It was a fun time.
Did you go to like an optimal spot then, or what, to make it worth it? You know, with a bus trip, you went to a spot where it was going to actually get dark.
Yeah, we went right into totality to Vienna, Ontario, not Switzerland. So we got in a big bus, did some carpooling, drove all the way down to Vienna, and stopped at a fruit farm. Some patrons have a farm down there.
Yep.
And so set it up. It worked out beautifully.
So my question was was the traffic hectic coming back or no?
Coming back was bad. The way down wasn't, we didn't really notice it. Coming back, we inched along some spots. It was kind of like taking some back roads. And it was painful in a bus with too many children. It was loud and it was long, but we made it home. And we're here now, so
that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
That's right.
Was it how was it difficult with getting a whole school to go with you on this bus ride?
Well, it wasn't the whole school.
It wasn't the whole school.
But,
I understood it was like the entire school.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not in one bus, but
we had one big regular sized school bus. This miniature country mile-esque bus. You know what I mean? Those white ones. And then a whole bunch of people carpooling, So you could choose which method worked best for you.
Awesome.
And I got to chaperone the ones on the bus, so that was it's a jolly time.
So just a jolly time, I bet.
Played a lot of Never Have I Ever.
Okay, yeah.
2 Truths and a Lie.
Yeah.
All those good games.
Yeah, you get the kids loving their lives for sure. All right. So today we got some things to get to here. But first off, just to get the people to know you a little bit, we're going to start off by giving you 3 quick questions, 2 from me and 1 from Corey. So we'll start with one of mine. This one's pretty easy, probably, and it's just so you have a YouTube channel. You know, you do that from time to time. Pretty famous, one might say. I'm kidding.
Here's an opportunity for a plug.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not pay them to do that.
I'll leave his channel in the description if I remember correctly. Anyways, what is the video that you've made that you're most proud of?
Oh, that's a good question. I enjoy making videos. The craft of it is fun. But one that was just really fun to make was one that I wasn't expecting to make. Some friends and I just made an igloo a Sunday afternoon. And I hadn't been planning to make a YouTube video. It was we were just hey, let's make this igloo.
Yeah.
And we had set up some time lapses and stuff and just kept recording little clips here and there. And then I was hey, this is actually a fun event. It's going to be fun to make a video of it. I don't know that it's my best quality video, but it was just the one that it was just fun to make because I enjoyed editing it. And there was a lot of memories. We ended up sleeping out in that igloo afterwards then.
Oh, nice.
That was maybe not as fun as editing the video. So cool, but
yeah,
I really enjoyed that one. That's got to be right up there.
That's awesome. If I remember correctly, that igloo was a cool looking igloo.
It was. We had people stopping and like taking pictures with it.
Oh, nice.
So that was kind of cool.
That's awesome. All right, Corey, what's yours?
So, I don't know a ton about you.
Okay. That's fair.
But, so as I understand, you're teaching school right now.
That's right.
And I was like wondering, what is your dream career? And maybe that is it. Or maybe you have something that's just like wild of a dream. So, yeah.
That's a great question. I'm one of those people who loves to try things. I don't promise to like love everything, but the process of trying something new I really enjoy.
Yeah.
And so I've had a few different jobs. I've been or like part-time over the summer. I've been a tour guide. That was really fun. I've done some marketing. I've done some sales, customer service. But teaching has been my only full-time job that I've had here for 4 years now. And I really thoroughly enjoy it.
Nice.
But yeah, there's a few that are up there that I really like to try. Firefighting is up there. That's kind of been like a little boyhood dream.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'd enjoy it. I think it's just because that's like little boy's dream is to be a firefighter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's on the list there. I also used to want to be a Lego set designer.
Ooh.
That was pretty high on the list.
That would be a fantastic
That
job.
one's kind of faded a little bit now.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, those I know used to be pretty high up on the list.
Nice.
If there was somehow a way to get paid to do wildlife photography, then that would be up there too. That's one of my hobbies right now that I've really enjoyed, but there's not really a good way to monetize photos. Like, hey,
There's some way. There are some people that are professional wildlife photographers,
yeah,
right?
there are a few, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty lucrative spot to hit.
Yeah. Can't be easy to get in there.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start my own National Geographic or something.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Dallas Penner Geographic. That'd be awesome.
National Dallas Penner.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you mentioned that you were a tour guide for a little bit. Do you have any? So you were doing some for bush tours, right?
Yeah.
Was there any crazy or weird story that you have? Maybe you don't have any. That's fine too. Any
I
weird
do.
story with like someone asking you just a stupid question or something like that? I don't know.
Well, I don't know if as much a stupid question as a stupid answer.
Okay.
For my part, I teach. I
Even
say
better.
there's never a
Even
stupid
better.
question.
Yeah.
But some questions just deserve stupid answers.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a Scottish couple who was along for my tour, which was the tour is held on a trolley that a team of horses lead. So I'm driving the team of horses. I'm talking to people, and this couple had beautiful Scottish accent, and I couldn't do justice to imitate it.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it, and like they were really intrigued. It was a couple and the mother of the wife. So the mother-in-law and couple were along, and we go to this farm, and the farmer really enjoyed fixing up old tractors. Like he had a bunch of old John Deere equipment that he fixed up and restored, and I don't know much about tractors. Anyhow, they had just been really interested in these tractors, and I didn't really always know how to answer their questions, but I said they could talk to the farmer or whatever. Anyway, we made it to the one part of the farm, and the one guy, the Scottish man, he's like, "Dallas, could you show me where the Johnny on the spot is?" And I'm like, baffled at how amazing his voice sounds. Like his accent is just incredible. I was loving it, but I didn't really hear what he said, and so I asked, "Sorry, what was that? Dallas, can you show me where the Johnny on the spot is?" And I'm like, "What Johnny?" I'm like baffling. Like this, no one's ever asked me this before, and go out on a whim, and I'm just like, maybe if I just give my rant about like how the farmer likes to fix up tractors. Like there's a few lines that I just have memorized. I spit them off, and usually that calms most people down. It's like, yeah, like the farmer here, he likes to fix them up. That one there, like he restored, repainted, put in a new engine. You can go try it if you want. And he just gets this confused look. He's like, "The Johnny on the spot, Dallas, you know what it is?" And it just never clicked to me. I'm like, yeah, like there's you can go sit on it, take a ride. You can start it if you want.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Dallas, I'm talking about the porta potty." You had been like telling him all about this tractor. Anyway,
Yeah.
I pointed him. Yes, the bathroom was there. I turned very red. Yeah, I had never known that. Am I the only one who doesn't know what a driving on the spot is?
Yeah, I knew as soon as you said.
Yeah. It might have been just me.
Like, I can understand how you wouldn't know it, but like most people I think would. But like even so, that's hilarious. That's
all over
awesome.
my head.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so now we got ourselves the book of 3,000 questions, like we always have. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fan through the book.
Yep.
It's gonna be. It might be a simple question. It might not, but it probably like it. Most of them are simple. You get some skips in there. So if you don't like a question, you have up to 2 skips.
Okay.
That's totally fine. But
and you can go back to an original one too.
Yeah, you can go
if
back,
you suddenly don't like your third one.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Stop.
right there. What instantly makes you like another or not like another person?
Ooh.
You can do that one. You can also skip it. It's up to you. What do you want?
People who ask me questions like, no.
Darn.
I'm kidding. Yeah. I like people who are just open and honest and like tell me things. So Tyler,
Yeah.
you want to test this out?
Sure.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. No.
Get him sweating there for a bit.
This was for not like though.
Oh, for not
I
like.
said it wrong my first time, so that's my bad. So what makes you not like a person?
Not like person.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
When they're not open.
When they're not open.
Yeah, let's just like
That's actually true. You can just flip
this
that on
guy.
this side. Yeah.
From this side of the
it's
seat over
unreal.
here.
And
Yeah.
you know a guy with glasses like that, just beautiful glasses. You know he's gonna be smart.
Absolutely.
Those are new glasses, by the way, Corey. Yeah.
New for this episode,
Yeah, he was
New for the
disappointed I didn't point him out to him immediately, but
Gotcha.
yeah. No?
I know. I wasn't.
Okay.
I was just trying to see how.
Observant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not very observant. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, we're gonna head on here, Dallas. We asked you to bring on a little topic, a little something to mumble over, a little something to chit chat about. Can you introduce that to us here?
Yeah. So the question that I had come up with was, how does your childhood impact you? I was like thinking about like the things that you do, like are those inherent to you, and no matter how you were raised or like the situations you were in as a young chap, how does that affect who you become?
Yeah. All right, Corey. I want you to get us started off here. You got some big thoughts. I
my
know.
goodness. No, okay, sure. Oh boy. I always think your environment really affects you a lot, especially, as a child, but like I think myself and a lot of other people included have no idea how much, and I feel like the kind of the normal thing when you hear about people going for counseling, it's unraveling all their issues that they've not figured out from childhood, or they're scarring things. And so I would say a lot. How much? I don't know. Do you have any questions, Tyler, on?
Well, I feel like parents do a lot in the way that in the person you become. And so, I mean, often they're governing your childhood. And so, I don't know, one thing I have a question with it is like, kind of what Dallas posed, but like, how do I get the words out? Some kids I see are just super well behaved, and I'm wondering could I become that well behaved and that perfect kid with the right parenting? I'm not saying my parents did a bad job, but are some parents just inherently better at parenting their children to get to that, or are my genetics just a little bit off that I can't be that nice and well behaved? Because I know most kids when they're kids are just kind of tools to each other, you know.
Yeah, kids are jerks.
Kids are jerks.
Yes,
And
I agree.
I know the odd kid that was just super nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I want to be like that.
There are some of those out there.
Could I have been like that with a perfect set of parents or not? That's what I was trying to get to in the end of it all, but the words weren't really coming.
Yeah. So I faced a lot of different kinds of kids in the classrooms, and that's something I think about a lot. And you can see, like, parent-teacher interviews. Those are really interesting because you see, like, the parent tells you, like, oh, well, this is something we've actually been facing with at home. And there's, like, some times where the kid at school is, like, one person, and at home there's someone else. Sometimes that matches up. But I think parenting plays a huge role into it. The parents that are invested in care a lot, definitely their children tend to behave better. Not always. I feel like there's some things where, like, the way everyone is wired a different way. And you can have a perfect home setting, and you can have parents who just, like, are the best. But at the end of the day, the child still makes the choice. And so just to say that that's the parents' fault, not completely, but parents too have a big responsibility.
So, like, maybe you were just dropped on your head as a child.
Yeah, it's
like,
quite possible.
That shook some wires up and, like...
Yeah, I think so.
Over.
Yeah, I look at my mom and I'm just like, man, how did I become so wild? You know, because she's just the most quiet, you know, kind of calm. Well, I don't mean calm, but, like, you know, really, you know, not at all like I am. That's for sure.
So what's so funny though is, like, how much older am I than you?
9 years.
9 years. So I remember you being a little kid.
Oh no, I don't want to. No, I was a terrible kid. I remember at family reunions, it was bad. It was real bad.
What can I all say, Tyler?
Remember, I like people who are open, so let's just keep that going here.
Okay, this was like when you were really young.
Okay,
and I have no idea why or, like, what age. But
let's
like,
unpack it.
I'm gonna say maybe 2.
Okay,
1 or 2. You would, like, grab people's ears.
Oh, no.
It was just like, like, you were like the lap, like, hold on the lap size, but you would, like, I don't know what your thing was, you just grab people's ears.
Yeah, no, my parents still bring that up to this day.
Okay, so you're aware of that.
I'm very aware of this, yeah.
You've grown out of it, though?
No. No, I thought you were going to bring up something way worse, if I'm honest. You know, something about me just... I remember a couple incidents in particular that I'm not fond of at family reunions that I'm glad you didn't share about. So that's good.
No, I don't think I have,
you
like,
probably don't remember them. Like, honestly, you probably don't remember them. But I remember me just not being okay. Well, like, you know, acting like a kid in a way that the bad ways they act. Anyways, but about the ear thing.
Okay.
About the ear thing. For some reason, as a kid, I always loved the way that ears felt, I guess. Like the earlobes, you just grab on them for some reason. And to this day, I still enjoy the way ears feel, which is
You weren't wrong.
It's an incredibly weird thing to say. It's an incredibly weird thing to say. But, like, there's something about it, man.
Yeah. It's comforting being on this couch.
Yeah, definitely. Because Corey's not going to touch ears. But no, I have attached earlobes, but detached earlobes where the way you can flick them around and flip them back and forth. It's fantastic.
Do you feel left out not getting that?
Like, yeah, I feel a little bit left out. Yeah,
you'd have liked to have a disconnected earlobe.
I would love to have detached earlobes.
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
So then there was one more thing.
Oh boy,
this isn't like anything really that says anything about you, but I'm like, do you remember it? So there was this ants in the pants game at your house.
Okay,
do you remember having that game?
Not really. No.
Anyways, there was this pair of trousers or pants that were, like, kind of made of plastic, and they're open. And then there's these ants, and then you, like, have to jump them into the pants.
I remember playing that game out.
Okay.
You know flick it, and they jump into the pants. And the legs were, like, these wire things that were springy.
Okay.
And so, like, that's what made them launch. But on the end of each of these legs was, I think, generally, like, a plastic kind of protector so that they weren't, like, pokey and sharp. Somehow, when we were at your place one time, I think you were playing... I don't know if you were playing with the ants in your pants by yourself. I think we had previously been playing with them. Maybe some of me and your older siblings. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like I wasn't right there.
I think
maybe it was some of my younger siblings. Somehow you got one of those ant legs impaled in your eyelid.
Yes.
No way.
So I do remember. Okay, my mom has told me this story. I didn't think it was an ant in the pants game. I don't know what I thought it was. I forget. It probably was that. Like, I
I'm
believe
pretty
you.
sure it was.
I believe you. I just remember hearing that I was playing with a toy and a wire got stuck in my... I don't remember the situation at all. But my mom was, like, freaking out, I think.
Oh, they were so freaking out.
She's like, oh my goodness, he's blind!
Yeah. Yeah, it was because I think like the whole ant was like there.
Oh, really?
If I remember
Okay.
right,
Still stuck on.
Yeah.
like it was impaled, and we're like, oh, we can't pull it out.
Yeah. Oh,
Because like you shouldn't pull things out.
Was I crying at this point?
Oh, you're ballistic,
I bet. Yeah.
and your mom's freaking out. Everyone's freaking out, and so then like off you go to the hospital, and peace and quiet. But no, it was
I'm sorry,
Anyways.
man. I got a wire stuck in my eye.
I don't know if it was in your legit eye or if it was in your eyelid because it was
Right.
kind of like.
I feel like if it was in my eye, I might actually be blind in one eye, but...
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Like if it was in the white part of it, maybe.
Yeah. Do you know much about eyes, Dallas?
Not a whole lot, no.
I just feel like, but like I knew it wasn't like in the center. It was somewhere off to the side of it, but it was still kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah, then suddenly you came back and you were all fine and everything was good.
That's
so.
great. Yeah.
Still, you still can see out of both eyes, but you can't smell.
That's correct. Yeah. We don't need to bring up the smell thing.
Maybe it poked like a nerve in your nose.
Maybe that's what happened. No, I could smell for the first 15 years of my life at least. So.
Scar tissue,
Yeah.
who knows?
Okay.
That's scary.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Were you the only ants in the pants injury?
Probably.
That's probably why it got discontinued.
Hey.
Your
if
mom
anyone's...
like typed into Hasbro games. Like,
yeah. Get rid of this game. It's dangerous.
But anyways,
No
my
more.
question was like, but you say you don't really remember it. I was like,
No.
maybe that was, maybe you're like anything that like jumps or ants. You know, is a
I'm
little
terrified of it. Yeah,
traumatized.
traumatized. Yeah. I mean, that would cause trauma, I'd think, if I remembered it, but I don't.
Okay, fair enough.
Clearly, it didn't impact the rest of who you are today.
Exactly. Something I just thought of right now, though, is if you forced your kids to do semi-dangerous stuff in a somewhat controlled environment, do they become like daredevils?
Did you forced or allowed?
Well, forced or one of the
Encouraged.
two. Whatever, encouraged, yeah. So, like, maybe a lot of people are scared of heights. If I get my someday possibly future children to climb on heights, will they just grow to like them?
Ooh.
So, I don't think that's like a thing that's well, like I think it's something you could get over by like constant exposure possibly, but like in my family there's a lot of people that like do not like heights. Like I can name a couple that like anything past like 10-15 feet like they're out.
Done.
And
Hot
I
air
don't
balloons.
have I don't have that at all. I like that take me up. It's a cool view. And like I love to monkey around. Even as a kid, I'm like I love to climb trees. I climbed the silo at like 8 years of age, maybe.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom would not let me do that, so.
And well,
Good on
she
ya.
didn't either.
No.
But like sometimes you just do things.
Yeah.
And then there was going to be a friend of mine was going to go up the outside, and I was going to go up the inside, and then we were going to holler at each other across, and we could see each other like from the outside and the inside. He didn't make it up, so he's like, I'm going to go on the inside. It's because it's like enclosed and it feels safer. He'll make it up there. So okay, so go down. Go up the outside. Waiting. Didn't make it up either. But that was the first time I climbed the silo. But before that, I climbed like these little mini Roscoes. And like, I've just never been a thing. Like, as long as I feel safe in like how and what I'm doing it, I'm fine. So like, it's not the fear of heights. I have the fear of falling.
Yeah. I guess, for sure. Yeah.
But I'm guessing that's what most people are. But it hits in it like, if I know I'm like in a harness and fully secured,
Yeah.
Doesn't
it's
bother
fine.
you.
No.
What if that harness breaks, Corey? What if that harness breaks? You're like, the chances are too small.
No, like it's whatever.
Yeah. It's whatever.
Well, like, I mean, like, what if you get run over by a bus, Tyler?
Yeah.
Like,
I know, you can't live like that.
No.
That's true.
Can't be living like that.
Yeah.
But like your first question, like children need some of that encouragement. I think the first playgrounds in the world, like before like these jungle gyms were a thing, I think over in England, a lady bought a lot for the children in her community. I think it might have even been a school. And she got a whole bunch of pallets and a whole bunch of hammers and bags of nails and just said, kids go wild.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's where playgrounds developed from.
Okay, interesting.
And there's people saying that like that's what we should be going back to, like to encourage that kind of like experimenting or like for children to experiment. Mm-hmm. And people are like, well, it's so dangerous. Like, but yeah, some of that risk, having them learn from mistakes at that young, making that okay is going to be helpful for them down the road. And I think parents who do that, I don't know if they can like fix genetic things like being scared of heights, because I think that too runs in the genes or something.
So a quote that I've heard is allow your children to do dangerous things carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's interesting.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. That's good. What I've been thinking here from this, Dallas, is that you should start some sort of parenting tips channel.
Ooh.
Like you seem to got a lot of knowledge there. I feel like
it's always the teachers that have a lot of experience in that department.
You know, if you ever are a parent, I think you'll be a good one, and I feel like you should share that with others.
Hey, well, let's see. I feel like at this point, like not many people would buy a book from me, because it's always the ones who aren't parents who have all the advice. Like it's easy to sit here now and say my child will never do that, and my child won't be the one that is wailing. And I feel like I say that sometimes too, but if I have ever a child, I'm sure that he's not gonna be this perfect little box.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
He might get an ant stuck in his eyeball.
Yeah, an ant. An ant in the pant rod, but yeah.
Gotcha.
An ant stuck in the eyeball might not be quite as bad. Mm-hmm. So maybe allow that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carefully, though.
Carefully, yes. All right, so my topic that I is going to bring to the table is kind of goes along with that. Would your younger self be proud of where you are today? This is something I think of from time to time. Is, when I look back at the hopes and dreams I had as a kid, I don't know, maybe around the age of 10, would he be happy with where I am right now? One of you can go first. I don't care who.
Go ahead if you're ready or...
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't have like very many moments as a child where like I thought of I want to be like this. Mm-hmm. Like it's just kind of you do your thing. But there was one moment where there was, I think it was a few individuals, but especially this one guy who just like always, whether it was like a church event or he would just see me in random places, like just always acknowledge me and just like make me feel important as like a little 7-year-old Dallas who was not tall at that point yet.
Yeah.
And it's
still
just like,
short.
I was like, man, that was just like, I always liked him. Like anytime I'd see him, I'd be like so excited to meet him because he just like, I know he would come up to me and ask me a question that wasn't, what grade are you in? And, oh, how are you grown?
Yeah, exactly.
And like not those ones. And so I was like, man, when I'm older, I wanna be that to someone else. And I don't know if that affected me choosing the career I did. He also ended up being my teacher then down the road and had a big impact on who I was. And so that's what like birthed the idea that I wanted to be a teacher. Like if I could be that person for someone else, then it would be like, it'd be a cool thing. And I don't know that I have been for any of my students, but I've tried.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all I can do.
That's awesome. No, I feel like you've been completing some goals there then.
So, yeah, I don't know if you'd be completely proud of him. He didn't ever become a firefighter.
No, but that's still on the horizon though.
And
we know that.
Maybe. My mom found a journal that I'd written in grade 2. Mm-hmm. And it said on there that I wanted to be a singer. And I don't know how unaware I was of my lack of ability in that. Yeah. But that is like little Dallas would be disappointed because I'm so far from that. The only place you can catch me singing is in the shower, just like by myself.
Yeah.
My voice is not meant to be heard in songs.
It just doesn't quite have them vocal capabilities. That's okay though. It's fine.
Yeah, you say that, Tyler, because you feel the same way.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like,
incredibly the same way.
Yeah.
We're in the same boat.
Nice.
We're whenever I try to encourage you to sing, you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't sing.
Corey loves to play the guitar and strum along. Maybe you can
Yeah.
play you a number after we've
Ooh.
done this episode.
That would be great.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of that.
It's a whole experience. You got to experience it, and maybe you will in the podcast sometime. I don't know, but
No,
but no, he loves to strum along. So I was like, come on, Tyler, sing along. And it just doesn't really work too well.
Yeah, he, as in like, it's not his singing that doesn't work too well. It's the fact that he just doesn't sing.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? Okay.
Well, I've never even heard your.
Yeah,
like,
you hardly have.
Can you sing? Can you like just like sing us like a little?
No, I refuse right now.
I feel like
No.
I believe him,
Uh-huh.
and like that he doesn't think he can sing.
Do you ever sing? Like
No, so
if it's just you in the car and like the jam is on,
buddy,
you sing?
I'm yelling along. Like,
Okay.
I sing along and I pretend as if I am the best singer in the world.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
I'm not, but it I feel like
Do you
that.
enjoy
one.
that singing? Like,
Oh yeah,
if it's just
I do.
you?
I do.
Because that's the thing. Like I enjoy it.
Mhm.
I just recognize that my capability is like down.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's
Yeah.
funny, Tyler, is that you said, "Yeah, I yell along."
Exactly. That's pretty much what it is.
Like the notes just don't come freely to me. For some reason, I just don't have that ability. I wish I did. If there's one talent I could learn to become like even acceptable at, it would definitely be singing.
Oh,
No doubt about it.
I'm with you there.
Like it's a fantastic thing that I wish I could do better.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, maybe vocal lessons could pull something out, but I don't. I think some people are just bad at it. And that's just the way it is.
You know,
Not all of us can have voices like Corey.
well, you keep chomping this up. Really,
you gotta
Tyler,
wait
move.
to hear it. It's
Okay.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Corey, do you have anything to say? Or is your younger self proud of you right now?
Yeah. I feel like, I was trying to remember like what kinds of things I thought would be cool and fun and all these things. And I feel like my younger self is so much more shallow than Dallas is.
Feel
but
the
we'll
same
put
way.
it out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what ages these came along in, but I'm going to say more like in my 12, 13 years is kind of what I would be remembering. And that's like, I wanted tools. I had very basic dreams. I wanted tools. I wanted a shop. I wanted a welder.
Wow.
I wanted like an old truck. All
Yeah.
these different things, or like a car or a go-kart. Go-kart, that's what it was like. All these these things that I could like make or like play with or fix, and these different things, and a space to do it in. And I have those things.
You do.
I've got a shop, I've got a welder, I've got some tools, and I've got an old truck.
So
like
and
that-
a soft serve ice cream machine.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if that was on my list.
Oh, it should have been. It should have been.
The other thing I think I really enjoyed was motorcycles. And I was like, that would be very cool. I have a picture of myself on a motorcycle, is a police motorcycle, at the plowing match when I was I don't know, maybe 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid.
Nice.
And I drove motorcycles for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years until I got bored of that too. So, but then like my kind of dreams after that were more like crazier, bigger dreams that no, they haven't happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Understandable.
Were you gonna say something about an ice cream machine?
I was gonna say like that's arguably better than a go kart.
Yeah.
Like, that's
arguably.
That's like right up there. That's still in my dreams. Like my grandpa had one and I wanted
really?
one. And it's not there yet.
Okay. Now, hey man, you just gotta set aside a little savings. Maybe even just like $50 a month.
Yeah.
Let that slowly pile up, and next thing you know, you'll be cool like Corey.
Yeah. After I write my parenting book, like
Yeah.
that'll be the first thing I buy.
Yeah.
My
The
writer's
funds,
check.
Yes.
the funds from the book. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So here's the thing though, like the things are so big, like you got to make yourself a party to like have one. I have a little one that I rarely use though. Maybe I should use that more. It's like I don't know, 1.5 liter or something maybe. But my big one, like you got to put like 1.5 liters in before it even starts coming out the other end, kind of right. Like it's a unit. So It's not like something like me and my wife just pull out on a random Sunday night for ourselves.
Yeah. I didn't know you had a big one. Did you get a new one?
You don't know I have or what do you call a big one?
Like I remember the small, like the one that's like this size, bonking things. But
is it like stainless steel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my big one.
Oh, okay. You made me ice cream from it, right?
Possibly.
Like I came over in the summer a couple times, and you cooked up some ice cream.
Was there anyone else over?
No, it was just me.
Huh. Was that when I was experimenting?
That was when you were experimenting with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was good stuff. It's good stuff.
Because I was trying to make my own mix.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did that work out then?
I did. Eventually,
You
I
got it nailed
got a
down?
pretty good one. Yeah.
You should sell that recipe.
It's easier to just.
Maybe you can stick that in the back of
buy
Dallas's
some.
parenting book. It can be like,
Ice
get
cream
your kids an
recipe.
ice cream machine. Here's my ice cream mix.
So I made
Sponsorship idea there.
I made a recipe for the just the churning type of one, and then I also made my own recipe for the soft serve.
Nice.
But yeah, I like ice cream.
Hey, that's something a little kid should be proud of. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
sound like you're a
Absolutely.
Willy Wonka of ice
Yeah.
cream over here.
If I was little you, I would be very proud of older you. Hey.
I don't know.
That's beautiful thing.
What about you, Tyler?
yeah.
I feel like we really haven't talked about you a lot.
And that's okay.
I want to hear all your childhood experiences.
I don't. So the way I went with this was straight to occupation, because that's what I always think of. And I mean, as a kid, I didn't really want to be a police officer or a fireman or a doctor. I mean, I kind of respect firemen. You know, I think it could be interesting, but never really was sold on any of those. Like a lot of other kids are. I don't think I really ever thought about occupation at all. But I'm pretty sure my younger me would be a little bit disappointed, just for whatever reason. I think it's just the way I look at life, which is a little bit pessimistic, I guess.
Which, if younger you was pessimistic, then that would make sense.
That would make sense, yeah. But like, I don't know, some hopes and dreams. I don't know. I probably figured I'd be like married by the age of 20, but I don't think I also understood that 20 isn't that old. You know, like I still feel incredibly young, and like I don't know anything, which is true. So it makes sense that I'm not married, or you know, to have a house. I think I also figured I'd have a house by now.
Ooh.
Don't have a house. Not in today's market. Little Tyler did not realize how the housing market would go.
But I bet little
know.
Tyler just figured Dad would build him one.
Probably, yeah, probably.
You gotta, harass him a little bit about that, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if I haven't really considered that at this point in time yet, but maybe I should.
Yeah.
But the more I started thinking about this, the more I thought that I don't think I really had many hopes and dreams at all.
Yeah.
I think I just took life one day at a time, not really worried about the future.
What are your hopes and dreams now? Do you have those yet?
Yeah, I got some. But yeah, well, along with this, I was also going to say I was thinking about my life currently and if I should be disappointed by how it is. And I don't think so. Like, nothing's wrong with it. You know, I got steady work. It pays solid, you know. It gives me time to have other hobbies as well. It's not like I'm working full time. I can do other stuff. I got friends. I got podcasts with Corey. I mean, like, I can come over and use the ice cream machine. Like, you know, everything's great. Everything's fantastic. But, hopes and dreams. I have no problem with the job I have now, but also, like, maybe one day, an idea I have here is, I don't know if it's feasible, but coaching a football team in some capacity would be fantastic. Or like a sport of some sort.
Yeah.
Coaching is something I kind of want to get into. I don't know how, but it could be fun. That's pretty much my main dream that I've been thinking about right now.
You should just ask GBT, like, how do I get into coaching a football team?
Ask ChatGPT, you think they have the best advice?
Well, you just said you have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, man, that could be a start.
You know, that's a good point. I was thinking about like emailing some high school football coaches around here and seeing what's up. How'd they get into it?
Oh, there you go.
I feel like they'd have some good advice.
Start low and work your way up. I coached some Timbit soccer.
Did you?
2 seasons. Yeah.
Did you really, eh? How was that?
It was an experience. Like, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
But like at that low of a level, it is just really like it makes you question things.
Like, you're not getting too many plays drawn up on the board.
No, it's like you try.
Yeah.
And then the one kid on your team like takes the ball the other way And he's like, scratch your head. Like, where were you for the 20 minutes?
I was drawing it up on the board over here, man.
Even when I promised you Kool-Aid, if you would move in the right direction. Yeah. Anyway.
That's
fantastic.
the extent of the plays. Let's go this way.
Yeah.
You can't make it too complicated, Dallas. You
Try
gotta keep
kicking
it
the ball
simple.
into their net this time.
Yeah.
But hey, they weren't keeping track of score,
No.
and we all got a medal
I bet
at
you
the end
all
of the
did.
season. So,
Dude, participation medals kind of make me angry.
yeah.
Make kids want to win. Make them ultra competitive. Come on. Give them winners medals only. Yeah.
Is there like a certain age you'd start that at or no?
Like you're talking about, I would say don't ever use participation
Okay.
medals. Like never
Okay.
do that.
Teach
Don't
them,
make
like,
kids complacent in losing.
losing is not okay.
I feel like this could go very wrong as well. But yeah, that's how I believe.
I don't have a lot to say on that, but I feel
Yeah.
like I should.
I feel like
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah.
I understand.
So when, like, looking into the future now, like Tyler Jr., your son comes up to you and, Dad, my football team lost again. And you're just like, that's okay, because
Sometimes you lose in life.
No, and you
Like,
can't
how
be
do
too
you-
hard on kids either. Like I think that's an important distinction to make here. Is
Yeah.
don't be yelling at small children if they're losing a football game. I just don't, or soccer game. I just don't think they deserve a medal if
Yeah.
they lost. Is all I'm saying.
so don't, like, congratulate this thing of being like,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Exa-
played.
Yeah,
Good job.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Just don't berate them either. I think the berating can start around maybe 14 or something when things are starting to get serious. I'm not sure. But, like, especially during younger years, encourage them. They're formative years, as we've discussed.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So, for food for thought today, I have a pretty simple question here. And that is, what is the best way to cut a sandwich? I mean, there's pretty much only two ways, or you could get real fancy with it if you wanted to. But what do you believe is the best way?
I'm an anti-cutter. I don't like my sandwiches cut. I know you said there's two options.
No,
You can disagree.
That's good. This is interesting.
I like a good sandwich that you can grab the whole thing and just eat from wherever you want the whole way through. Like, cutting it just feels a bit too dainty. I'm like, come on, give me my sandwich. Let me eat my sandwich. And,
you like it
No.
like a man.
yeah, don't cut it.
Yeah, just let him. Yeah, okay.
But
Interesting.
that's me. What do you guys think?
I'm trying to think. So I know with like if you get a good little chicken sandwich or something like that, and it's on the toasted bread, they normally cut it for you. I think. Do you ask for uncutted?
No, like I'm not that far.
Okay,
I'll
alright.
go there. I enjoy a cut sandwich, but like I'm just like the everyday sandwich in your lunch.
If you're making it yourself, you
Or
leave it
like
uncut.
cutting is just like sure it's cool. It's the extra step. It looks a little nicer. You get that nice cross section,
Oh,
the
yeah,
gooey
yeah.
cheese.
Cross section.
melting out.
Oh yeah.
But nah, I don't need to cut.
I'm more of a diagonal boy. I
Okay.
like it diagonally cut. So that first bite where you get the sharp corner, you just bite into that, and you just fantastic. It's the best bite of the sandwich, probably in my opinion. But yeah, I really enjoy it. How about you, Corey?
I think there's only one way to cut a sandwich, and that is diagonally. I have no reason why. Only because, like, I think it looks proper.
Yeah.
Like, if you're cutting it down the center, it looks like you're just slacking a bit, or you're just not doing your job quite right.
Absolutely.
So you gotta go cross corner. But if I'm making a sandwich for myself, I'm probably gonna be too lazy to cut it.
And I think that's the issue.
Like,
well, it's not
'cause,
necessarily
like,
an issue, but
it's like you
You
said.
calling me
It's,
lazy?
no,
kind of.
so like I don't know which I'd like better. You clearly like it better, not cut.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's just like efficiency is like to not cut it.
Well, yeah, that's a big part of it for me too. If I make it myself, like I know it's gonna taste good.
Yeah.
I don't need it to look that good.
It's a lot easier just to,
But
For me, for some reason, there's something about just cutting and making your food perfectly the right way. I don't know. It's fun.
So you have a specific place you put your first bite in your sandwich. Why?
It's just... And that's a great question right there that I can't answer for you, Corey. But
Okay.
it's just the way it is. It's just how I learned to eat my sandwiches.
Tyler's mom's like, okay, now first you bite here.
Exactly.
Your next
So
one.
in the formative years of my life, that's how I
She's
was
drawing
taught.
it up on the board.
Yeah, exactly. I went the wrong way. No.
So for you, I've got like a couple different questions.
Yeah.
Is first of all, okay, where is your first bite on a sandwich that's not cut? Is it in like, so when I talk about the top of the bread, is that like the top of the loaf, like where you kind of have your rounded piece of bread, like if it's a regular piece of bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, are you biting in the top, the side, the bottom, or like not sure?
Yeah. It depends. But like my sandwich routine is like start on the end and kind of work your way around. Get that crust out of the way.
Yeah.
Do the hard work, and then you can enjoy like the best part, like that very center of the sandwich where there's no crust. It's just like the ham,
final bite.
the cheese, the tomato, the lettuce, whatever you like in there. It's just perfection. Like put in the hard work, and then you can enjoy the rewards of not having to eat any crust.
So
later
you're
on.
going around the
Seriously eat
outside.
the whole way around.
I don't know. I'm not like turning it, but I kind of like munch around. But I like to leave like a no crust bite to end on. It's good to end on a good note.
I respect that. I have a friend, not you, but someone else that I've seen, who eats his burgers that way. He literally bites the whole way around, circular motion, and then leaves just the inside for last.
Okay, that's a wrong way to eat a
That
burger.
feels wrong and stupid.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like
Yeah.
when you get down to those last bites, if you have like the two bites left, you know, there's 2 bites. It's a little kind of rectangular piece.
Yep.
Take off the crust bite first and then leave the good bite for last. I understand that. That makes sense. I just find
See-
it weird when you bite the whole way around.
And that's why I was thinking when you were saying where you bite is like, that's where I would bite as well. And that's because like if you bit anywhere else, where else is the option? Like right in the middle of that that triangle. And that's your golden section.
Exactly.
No, you can't bite there
No,
first.
exactly.
No.
That's psychedelic right there. It's like a no. You know what I'm saying?
No, not sure. But yeah.
It's like
There you go. Yeah. But like, so you would on a cut sandwich, you would also kind of bite in the crust or the corner first.
Yeah, I'm always taking the corner piece. I'm not like quite the spin around, but I
Yeah.
kind of try to bite the corners away first.
That makes
The
sense.
burger feels wrong to me too.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
The burger feels wrong, but I don't know. On a sandwich, I don't know. You know, you can let things slide on a sandwich. It's like not.
Yes.
I think that's the reason, or like the burger is because like it can get too messy.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, if you go around, I just feel like everything's not where it's supposed to be anymore eventually because it's all sliding and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
But like, would you like, so when you eat a burger, you like work through it?
Yeah, no, it's kind of front to back sort of deal.
Yeah.
And I think I am with Dallas, though, where you leave a good bite for last. Not always. Sometimes I'm too lazy to, for whatever reason. Too lazy to flip it around, but yeah. I
Talk
respect
about
that.
eating burgers though. You eat them
Oh.
upright?
Yeah, no, I know people who flip them upside down, and those people I consider just scary people of society.
Ooh. Yeah.
You flip them upside down, Corey?
No.
Thank goodness. Do you flip them upside down,
I
guys?
used to be a burger flipper. I
Oh,
was
no.
there.
Ooh,
Oh,
how
no.
did you get converted?
Yeah.
I was
what
like,
happened?
so I
Tell
saw
me your conversion story, Dallas.
it all started. There were dark days.
Yeah.
When I looked up the life hack videos, you know, how to make your life better, and they're like the big thing for them, I think, is like it gets less soggy.
Yeah.
And you flip it upside down, the bigger bun, it's at the bottom. It'll hold more moisture and it doesn't ever get soggy. I'm like, try it. I did
Yeah.
it for a while, but just kind of going through the motions. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like,
Why is that a life hack?
I don't know. I saw it in the video somewhere. They're like convincing this is the best way to eat a burger.
Interesting.
And after a while, I'm like, you know what? There's no difference
Yeah.
in how you hold it.
I think you were right.
It just looks better. It's the classic burger.
Exactly. You don't want to
Big
have it
one on
upside
top,
down.
little one on the bottom.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Dallas. I think we're going to wrap it up here. I didn't ask you this, or I didn't tell you this beforehand to prepare, which is my bad. But do you have a little quote that you can end us off with here? Something to leave thoughtfulness or not thoughtfulness. It can be anything. Just any quote
Any quote.
Yeah.
Let's end with this one.
Okay.
Be the person who your younger self would be proud of.
Ooh.
There you go, baby. That wraps it up nicely.
Yes.
I like it. So thank you very much for watching. This has been the TC Plus Show. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I think. Leave a like. Go check out Dallas's YouTube channel if you want.
If you want.
Corey, you got anything to say?
No, I think I'm all out of words.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.